Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of You, Me, and a Book to Read. I have got a lot to talk with you about tonight. So, before in several of my other videos, I have either guessed or given information that I wasn't entirely sure upon. So, I have gotten the correct information and I cannot wait to give it to you because it is a little bit off from what I said. And I don't like being wrong, but I'm admitting it, so I'm going to fix it. So, first thing is when I mentioned OwlCrate's October book box, I said that it was probably going to have 2 books. Well, it is. They are both going to be hardcovers, and they are both going to be exclusive covers, which OwlCrate is going to redo the cover, making it exclusive per OwlCrate. And they're both going to have signed, authored letters, and the books will be signed. And there may be pins for each of the books too. And when I say pins, I mean the pins like you hang on things. You clip them on there. I think they're called like enamel pins. Here I am guessing again. Okay, so that being said, that I'm really excited for that box, by the way. I am in no way endorsed by OwlCrate, but you would think that I would be as much as I recommend them, but I can't. I just love it enough. I can't say it enough. Now, the next thing is whenever I was showing you this out of my September OwlCrate unboxing, I told you that I wasn't sure what it was, that it was just a read. But this right here is called an Advanced Reader's Copy, or known as an ARC, ARC for short. And I only own 2 of these, this being the second one, so I'm not real familiar with ARCs. I know that they are not the full book, obviously, but I have another one that's like semi-thick, and they say not for sale, not the exact version. It says uncorrected excerpt, not final. So that's what they say on them. And I just wanted to let you know that this was indeed an ARC Advanced Reader's Copy. So I would like to get more of them. They normally come out before books come out so that you can get like an advanced read on it and see how it is. And then some places will give them out to YouTubers or Instagram book people to give the book a review and stuff like that, which is really neat. So the next thing is I also said in like one of my intros about Fairy Loot, one of my special edition books being a Fairy Loot book, and I couldn't remember which one. Well, I do remember. It is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I have not read this book yet, but I remembered that I did buy the Fairy Loot special edition of this book. But when I bought it, I didn't know that it was this book. When I bought it, it was Beauty and the Beast themed, and of course, being a 90s generation kid, I love all the Disney movies, and I had to have it because it was Beauty and the Beast themed. And this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I am looking forward to reading it, but it is not high priority on my to be read list. So I just wanted to let you know that this was the book from Fairy Loot. Now, next thing is I totally got the Raven Boys all kinds of messed up, and I'm very disappointed about it. What I thought was that you had the Raven Boys, and then you had book 2, and then you had the Raven King, and then I would get there super fast. Right? Wrong. I was wrong. So what we have is the Raven Boys, and then we have the Dream Thieves, and then we have Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and then we have the Raven King. So I have got 2 more books to read before I get to read the Raven King. And now I'm not upset about it or anything. I'm just a little unhappy about the fact that I have another book to go through, but I do love the first one, so I think that it's going to be fine. But I was just really looking forward to getting to that cringe stuff because I love it. Now, I don't know if any of you know this or not, but Maggie has come out with a new series, and it's called the Dreamer series, and the first book is Call Down the Hawk, which, by the way, OwlCrate did a special edition version of, and I have ordered that book box, and it will be here around, the book is going to be published November 5th of this year, so the book box will be released sometime around then. And there's also another, I'm just going to run off of the Raven Boys for a second. They're the Queen of Nothing that I've been talking about. Queen of Nothing, if you aren't aware, I realized I didn't even say what it was about or what it was for. The Queen of Nothing is the third book in the Cruel Prince series. There's the Cruel Prince, the Wicked King, and then there's the Queen of Nothing. And they are wrote by Holly Black. I can't believe I didn't even remember that, but it's by Holly Black, of course. And it's fairy involved and stuff like that. There's a lot more to it. I'm not really talking about the series per se. It's just Queen of Nothing is the third book, and I've been mentioning that if I can get the special edition book box, and when I do, I'm going to do the unboxing and blah blah blah. Well, I did manage to get one. They did go on sale over this past weekend, and it was like super secret passwords and everything, and it was really intense. I'm not even going to say the drama, the dilemma I had with that, because I'm in a different time zone than what the email said. And if I wouldn't have read it when I got off work that night before I set my alarm the next morning, I would have really messed up and I would have been devastated. But I did manage to get one, and the Queen of Nothing is supposed to be, it says the box will ship closer to the release date, which is currently set for November 19th of this year. And that is really exciting considering my birthday is November 11th. So we've got the Call Down the Hawk box, or the book's going to be released November 5th. And then the Queen of Nothing book's going to be released November 19th. And I'm really excited. So November is going to be like a big month for all these books and bookish goodies and things I'm going to get. So it's going to be like a great birthday present to myself, even though I bought it. That's okay. I can spoil myself every now and then. So going back to the Raven Boys, if you haven't, I said something about I'm not going to try to mess up her last name. So I went on Google tonight and tried to figure out how to pronounce it. Well, it is German, and it is also German for stepfather. And she said how her husband, who got her to understand how to say it, was Stephen the Otter. So Stiefvater, Maggie Stiefvater. And it was a cute dialogue that she had wrote. So if you ever want to just Google it, it was really cute, the things that she was saying on how to remember it. It was really funny. I thought it was really cute. So if you're wanting to do that, I didn't want to say it just in case, you know, somebody wasn't interested in that. So that was about the author. So if you want to go on there and do that, you can. It was really cute. I liked it. Now, the main thing that I wanted to talk about with this video is the next book that I wanted to mention that I loved, which is House of Salt and Sorrows. And I have talked about it several times, and now I'm finally doing a video of it. And you've got to read this book. Now, this one and the Raven Boys are ones that I have literally recently just read, so they're fresh on my mind versus like my all-time favorite books, which are sitting over here patiently waiting on me to do videos on them too. Don't worry, I'll get to you. I will have to refreshen up on them, even though I know the gist of it, because not even going to go there. So, House of Salt and Sorrows. When I got this book through Owlcrate, I also got this fancy wood bookmark, which is really pretty. And it says, "The sea watches over me, she protects her own." And it's got a octopus on it down here. I haven't opened it. I'm kind of particular about it. I really like it, but I don't want to break it because it's my first wood bookmark. I'm a noob. And then it also came with this really pretty bookmark, which is really shiny. And I think octopuses are bad, be careful who you dance with, which is very true with this book. Oh my gosh. And then it says, "In a manor by the sea, one by one, 12 sisters are cursed. Who will be next?" Which is spot on with the dang book. So, about the book. The author is Erin A. Craig. She's a phenomenal writer. So far, on per Goodreads, this is her only book. And I kept hoping that there would be more to it, like it would be a series, not just a standalone, even though it was just a fantastic standalone. I just really don't like when things come to an end. It's really unfortunate, especially when I love them. So this book, the main character is a girl named Annalee, and she is one of 12 sisters. Now, the book starts with 4 of them already being dead. And then the next sister, which is older than her, she's the next oldest since her other 4 are dead. Her next sister, oldest sister, is the heir to the manor that they live in. They live in a manor by the sea, and when the 4 sisters died, rumor had went around that they were cursed by the gods. Now, just to stop there for a moment, I knew in the book it was saying they were cursed, but I did not know anything about the gods. They mentioned it because of like the sea and stuff like that. They're giving the bodies back to the sea. You'll understand what that means when you read it. But I did not think about that any further. So when you read this book, you are prepared. You need to be prepared, because it caught me off guard, and I don't want to ruin any of that, because the fact that it caught me off guard is really what really made me love this book. So she has her 12 sisters. 4 of them are dead. There was the plague, a fall, a drowning, and a slippery plunge. So all of those can kind of be squared away as accidents, but the last one, the slippery plunge, that's the one that gets Annalee thinking that, hey, you know what? This is just, I think something is really going on here. I think my sisters are being murdered. So with that, she starts snooping around and asking questions. And they don't have their mom anymore. She died from giving birth to her youngest sister. Now, forewarning, this book is really, really creepy. There's a lot of madness in it, and it's really cringe, and it's got some gore in it. If you love animals like me, you'll be very sad on 2 of the parts in it. I will literally almost put a book down if an animal dies, so it was really hard for me to keep reading was it the Raven Boys? Anyway, no, it wasn't the Raven Boys. It was Gods in Alabama. I don't know why I was thinking of the Raven Boys. Gods in Alabama was another recent one I just read. I literally put the book down, and my fiance had to convince me just to finish reading it because of it. So I'm pretty sure the Raven Boys doesn't have any kind of animal death in it. So anyway, back to House of Salt and Sorrows. She meets a guy at a ball. Now, how they get to the balls, this is all kind of in the description, so I'm not giving anything away. She didn't meet him the first time at the ball. I'm pretty sure she met him on the dock. I think she ran into him on the dock, like literally ran into him. And that's when she met him. And then she saw him at the ball. And how they got to these balls was there was apparently a secret door in a cave down by the sea that they would wander off to at night to go dancing. Oh my God. Please read this book and then comment and let me know that I'm not the only one that this book got to, because this really messed with my mind like a lot, and I loved every bit of it. It's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of slow at the beginning. I'm like, okay, come on, something. But when it happens, something will happen, and then you'll be like, okay, this is kind of getting good. And then realization will set in towards about 75% of it, and you're like, what? And then the ending happens, and you're just not prepared for anything that had happened. It's very heart-wrenching. I can't say that enough. This book I gave it a 5-star read, because it was to me. I'm very open-minded when it comes to books, so I try to get a clear head and just read what's put in front of me and then look at it at an open perspective. So I pretty much give like every book I love 5 stars unless I absolutely hate it, which I will do videos on books that I absolutely hate. I am not afraid to do that because there have been some terrible ones. As I mentioned in one of my intro videos, judging books by the cover and only having 1 or 2 bad ones. I think I said only 1, but I did have another book that I kind of didn't like, so I'll mention that another time. And the book that I hated, I thought that I had it, that I still had it, but I think that I gave it away, or pretty sure that I gave it away to a friend. Be like, here friend, take this awful book. Didn't say that, of course, because they wouldn't have taken it if that. So, with this, I'm trying to figure out how I can put this without it. I'm not spoiling this. I'm not going to be the one to ruin it. So get House of Salt and Sorrows and then let me know what you think about it, because it is a must read and you will probably need a light on at night. Maybe. I didn't have to have one, but it depends on how you are with scary things, because I love scary movies and stuff like that. So it wasn't too bad for me, but it might be for others. And it's just a beautiful book. So judge it by its cover. It's beautiful. You got to get it. You got to let me know what you think about it. And leave it in the comments below so we can talk about it, because I really want to talk about it with anybody and everybody who will talk about it with me. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.